Happy E-Club World Cup week, everybody. I'm Jimmy Conrad, and you're about to get caught up on everything that you might have missed this week in the world of competitive FIFA, which is a really long way of me saying that you've booked your tickets to the buzz. You're welcome. So let's kick it off this week with the latest instance of real-life sports stars crossing over into competitive esports, as it was revealed this week that upstart esports team eLevens is owned by none other than the man known as the golfer at Real Madrid, Gareth Bale. And they made this announcement with a pretty slick video with Gareth and his team. And I have to say, I really like their logo now that I get it. You can see Ethan here, he's like the heart and the hands. And yes, I just think it's pretty cool. Plus, Bale wears number 11. The two L's and 11 look like if you wrote out 11, right? I'd say that's a logo that really ties the room together. You like that joke? I like that joke. Anyway, eLevens have already done some great work on the virtual pitch early in the season of the FIFA Global Series, qualifying for the FIFA E-Club World Cup coming up this weekend in Milan, behind the work of teammates Ethan Higgins and Pedro Rezende. Now, they still have a long way to go to be considered in the same breath as global forces like Fnatic, Clash, or Hashtag, but having an invested and motivated owner is a good way to get off the ground quickly, so I'm excited to see how 2020 treats them. And as a reminder, you can see eLevens and all 23 other qualified teams battle it out live from Italy in the 2020 FIFA E-Club World Cup on the EA Sports FIFA Twitch channel, starting on Friday, February 7th at 9 a.m. GMT. Check it out. Now, the French national team may be killing it in real life, being vice-European champions and current world champs, but so are their equivalent on the virtual pitch. The inaugural eNations Cup winners organized a competition between 16 of their top players to determine their team for the following 12 months. The players gathered at Clairefontaine, France's National Football Center, and the place is absolutely gorgeous, by the way. So France, give me a shout. I used to play for a country that wears red, white, and blue too. And over 2 days, the players competed against each other with the hopes of being selected by the newly appointed coach, Brian Savary. Victorious in the 1v1 format were Dilo and Hirosha, which guarantees them a spot in the national team for 2020. And then 4 more players were chosen based on their overall performances to fill out the French national team, and they were Maestro, Mino, Cursor, and Rocky. Now, Maestro, of course, was half of the winning duo from last year's eNations Cup, but the other half, Dax, is not part of the selection this year, which is a bold move, Cotton, especially given how talented he is. So we'll see if it pays off in Copenhagen in May, where France will look to defend their title at the 2020 eNations Cup. All right, so last week we mentioned that the Austrian E-Bundesliga were heading into their finals, and this week we've got the results. First in the team competition, Red Bull Salzburg have defended their title in style, placing first in the round-robin tournament by an impressive 21 points and netted an incredible plus 41 goal differential over 11 matches. That is absolutely getting it done. The 1v1 competition was won by Austria Vienna's Juno, where the FIFA E-Club World Cup finalist defeated Phil SKS to become this year's individual champion. Both players secured important points for the global rankings, that is, if they decide to switch to PlayStation. Since the competition was PS4 only, most Austrian Xbox pros now have more points on PS4 than a lot of other Xbox players on their own console. So imagine qualifying for 2 playoffs in 1 year. Could it happen? That would be pretty crazy, but as you know, I do like a little crazy in my life, so here's hoping. And speaking of crazy, Rosick. Are we going to headline this guy every week? 30-0 on a Friday in the weekend league? Check. First player to 2,300 skill rating? Check. First person to overtake Tex in the global rankings? Check. Well, even if the following doesn't beat the last couple of achievements he has, it's still very impressive, especially for this stage of the year. A lot of Xbox pros play Weekend League on PS4 as well to prepare for upcoming PS4-only qualifiers, and Rosick is no different. Well, almost no different. He played this last Weekend League with a 70K team. Okay, yes, he did have a couple of red informs, but still, he went 30-0 with this team. Is there anything this man can't do? Hashtag Harry would say top 100 with the bronze team right now, but luckily, he isn't around. So maybe Niklas can handicap himself at the next major and play with non-rare goals in his starting lineup. Maybe, possibly, there's a challenge for you, Mr. Niklas and Rosick. This weekend marked the start of the first PS4 exclusive events of the year, the ESL PlayStation Country Tournaments. Some of them were one-day events, and others had qualifiers and final stages due to the amount of talent in those regions or countries. Not all countries or regions wrapped up this weekend, but we do have some finals so far. 200 points are up for grabs for the winners, with a good chunk of points awarded to lower finishes as well. Checking out the top spots, there's some familiar names up there helping themselves out in the Global Series rankings this week. In France, to the surprise of absolutely no one, Maestro grabbed the 200 points for first place. He didn't lose a matchup in either the upper or lower bracket. Sneaky, who you'll see is very similar to Fiddle, lost twice to his region's champion, but snagged a tasty 110 points for second. In North America, Diddy Chris Lito continues his dominance in online tournaments. After victories in countless Futhead Cups, he secured first place in the ESL Cup, grabbing those 200 points. Fiddle had 2 shots at the champ, but dropped both to land in second. In the UK, we had an all-Tom final twice. Stokes and #Tom faced off in the upper and lower bracket final, with Stokes winning the first matchup, but the Fnatic version of Tom won 2 in a row to grab the top spot, so congrats to him and everyone else that did the business. So that's it for us for this week, so thank you for watching as always, and good luck to all 24 teams at the FIFA eClub World Cup this weekend in Milan. Remember, you can watch all the action live on the EA Sports FIFA Twitch channel, so you can catch your favorite clubs battle it out for the top prize. I'll see you soon.